hear what the panel and Natalie think of all that.
Thank you very much, Alistair. So with pretty much the last touch of the first half, Aymeric Laporte own goal makes it 1-1 between City and Southampton. I'm a bit dazed because I was all happy and ready to talk to you all about a happy first half, and then that happened. So let's have a chat. I'm still joined by Stephen McInerney and Esme Morgan in the studio. Stephen, that kind of hit us all a bit there.
What happened? Like, what just happened? I'm the same as you. I'm a little bit befuddled from that. That was surreal. Even the players walking off the pitch look a little bit shell-shocked as well. As you said, we were playing quite well, and it's weird. Like, mistakes like that, they're so freakish that how do you really allow for it? How do you really kind of reason with that or rationalise it? It was just a weird moment, wasn't it? Yeah, I mean, we were playing well. That's a positive, I guess, to take from it. City were creating chances, probably just about good value for the 1-0, and at half time, which it should have been, in my personal opinion. Southampton had a couple of moments, but City overall, dominating the ball, playing quite well. Some nice little kind of flicks and tricks here and there for some of the players, and then that happened. that crazy little word spell, and football, it's a pain, but fair play to Southampton. I think they've done all right, to be fair to Southampton as well, so they won't feel it's massively undeserved, but it's just strange.
It's just totally thrown us all. Like Stephen said, it was weird. The players didn't really. There was no offside, but people weren't really celebrating. Maybe it's just because it literally was the last kick of the game. Esme, what did you make of the first half?
I thought generally it was really positive. I think we had a lot of good build-up play where we could have created a few opportunities. We were talking about some of the touches en route to one of Sterling's shots early on, some really nice patterns, and I think we were deserving of the lead 1-0, obviously prior to the goal that's just come out of the blue. But I thought it was really positive first half generally, and we had a good couple of opportunities. Rodri had a shot from distance that looked as if it might be going in. And I think there was a lot to be optimistic about going into the second half. I don't think the 1-1 is too much cause for concern, really.
I like that optimism. And the chance you were talking about in the 8th minute, Sterling had a chance, but it was the touch by Grealish that had you cooing on that one.
Yeah, cooing is the word, to be fair. It was just great play down the left, a nice little flick. I think it was into the path of De Bruyne, maybe, and obviously then we ended up taking it a bit further. Gundogan carried it on maybe a bit too far, so Sterling ended up running out of space for the shot, but it was a really, really nice move. And that, I think, when you think of City at their very free-flowing best, that is the sort of move that you think of, and it was really a joy to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was a busy sort of opening to the game, Stephen. So in the 10th minute, just a couple of minutes after that chance from Sterling, Armstrong had a bizarre chance for Southampton. Can you talk us through what we think happened?
You broke the laws of physics. I don't understand how that happened either. There's something going on in our goal box there, like some really weird kind of like voodoo shit going on. Oops, well, apologies. It's really weird stuff going on. Like, it's strange. That kind of like scuffed shot, that curve that we all thought was going wide, and then just someone hit the post, and then a weird kind of opening to the game. Southampton did have a few little chances, so ultimately they'll feel like they probably deserve that goal towards the end. Armstrong has been a relative threat, though thankfully his finishing hasn't been too great so far. One kind of scuff shot as well, where I think it was Long who played the pass to him and he kind of scuffed it over. But they've shown their quality as well. A couple of through balls in behind our defence, so they have had their moments, to be fair to them. But once again, City have been really lively down the other end, and I also am kind of like. It's quite reassuring as well to see the players that I think have been really good for City have been the ones that have come in, like Gundogan, Sterling, Jesus. They've been really, really involved. The biggest chances have fallen to them as well, and their energy and the spark that they brought it's been really refreshing.
Yeah, and it was Sterling and Jesus that combined to get our goal in the 12th minute. So 128 goals now for Raheem Sterling. Absolutely love him. Good build-up play from City here, but ended up being an error by Southampton. But Jesus pounced on it. Yeah,
completely. I think that's the sort of attitude that we want to have, is piling numbers forward so that if the opposition do make errors in those sort of positions, we're in a position to pounce on it. And Jesus he'd followed in as we were going for the attack, and then I'm not sure which centre-back it was, but really fluffed the clearance, and luckily Jesus was right there. And I think it was a really good decision by him, because a lot of the time players who receive it in that position might take a snapshot and just rush it, but I think he was really calm in just squaring it to Sterling to be able to finish.
And so happy. I'm always so happy for Sterling when he scores. I'm such a big fan of him, and it's 128 goals for City now.
A lot of goals, isn't it?
Phenomenal record for him.
That's the Sterling in a nutshell, isn't it? I think a lot of people don't realise why he gets so many goals, and it's that movement, that awareness of space, and that's instinct. You can teach that, you try to, but some players just have it naturally. And Sterling, it's no coincidence that he gets himself all those chances. I know sometimes he misses some, but he gets those chances repeatedly because his just awareness of space around him and where to be. It's great. I mean, once again, playing as a winger in the centre of the goal to score today, and great shot from the left wing as well. And it's just Sterling. He's absolutely incredibly. He's a genius in the box, basically, and a world-class player, in my opinion. His form has been up and down, obviously, admittedly, recently, but that's just Sterling down to a T. Such a quality player, constantly as well. Like, he'll always keep going, Raheem, which I love about him. Genuinely, he'll keep pressing, keep working really hard, and he's taking his chance today as well. Once again, in the team, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's not his only decisive moment in this game as well, because his energy and pace, especially probably on the counter, which might be a little bit more open than we realised in the second half. Southampton obviously feeling the momentum of that goal. So, yeah, he's been brilliant.
Yeah, it definitely feels like there is more to come from him in this game. The next big chance came a little bit after that, about 15 minutes after Gundogan had a shot that hit the post, Stephen. Again, another player that's come in today. What did you
That's what he does as well. He drifts into the box, and he's got that almost like Lampard-esque ability these days. He didn't really have that as much when he first joined City, but he's developed that side of his game, and he times his runs so well. That was unlucky. It was one of those chances where he's actually pretty decent finish. Obviously, just hit the wrong side of the post. It could have gone in, but it was a lovely little bit of improvised little flick. I think it was Cancelo, a lovely little shoulder drop as well to make the chance after some good link-up play down the left with Grealish. Gundogan, as you were saying before, and yeah, he has that instinct, and if he keeps doing that, he will keep getting chances, and eventually he will score one, because he's just a good finisher, Gundogan.
So 63% of the possession for City in that first half, 8 shots, 3 of them on target. Southampton just the 1 on target in that half. Esme, in terms of the 2 games that we've seen in the league with the draws, are you seeing anything different in this game from City?
I think we've looked pretty comfortable under the pressure that they've put on us playing out from the back, and we've been able to sort of flow through and play through the thirds and create some really good chances. There's been moments where it's been a bit stop-start and there hasn't been much flow to the game, but I think for the most part we've managed to build up really well and create some good opportunities, and there's been a bit more space around the edge of the box than I think there were the last 2 games. The previous 2 games it seemed a lot more condensed and there were a lot more bodies, whereas we've been able to pick up the ball in gaps and pockets around the edge of the box a lot more and have a few more shots from those areas, which I don't think we did in the previous games.
In terms of the second half, Stephen, what do you want to see? More of the same, or?
Yeah, I don't think there's any reason to panic. I don't think we're playing particularly badly when that goal went in. Yeah, just more of the same. Guardiola will be pushing to get the ball wide quickly. Sterling and Grealish had a little bit of joy down the flanks, and I want to see more of that as well. And Jesus, of course, linking up really well with those two. And I wouldn't be surprised if things are relatively tight with 60 minutes gone, 70 minutes. The likes of Foden, Bernardo will start, warming up, maybe Mahrez or so. But overall, I think Pep will be saying what he usually does in these situations. It's like, you've got to so far go out and kind of finish the job. He's not one for a substitution for the sake of it, as we've learned recently. So I think more of the same, to be honest. The players, the energy levels, the intensity was pretty good. A couple of chances that we've missed, but overall I think the tension's been positive.
Positive, apart from that last second of that first half. Right, we're going to have another look now at Who's Stat. So this is our game where we give you 3 clues and you have to work out who the current or former Manchester City player is. So you've had 2 already. Let's have a look at the 3rd one now. So your 3rd stat for today. Throughout his career, yeah?
Yep.
Throughout his career, this player made 88 appearances for his national team, Argentina. So was your initial thought? Yeah. Esme?
Well, based on Stephen's thought, I agree with him now, but I think I might have sort of clocked onto it from this clue, but I was way off in my previous guesses.
The second one really threw me.
Yeah.
I'll have to have a think about that. So you're thinking at the end of the day, this is going to even up at
oh, absolutely. I had
at 1-1. Yes.
That's the only thing I got right today, so I'll take it so far.
And your prediction's still on the card.
Yeah,
whereas
for the 2-1.
I went for the clean sheet, but unfortunately put a swift stop to that one.
I obviously knew that a crazy own goal was coming from somewhere.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Saw it a mile off.
Yeah. Nobody was predicting that one. Yeah, no one was predicting that. Although maybe we were after Armstrong did have that chance, that bending, strange chance. If you've not seen it, you need to.
Must have been a strong gust of wind.
Yes,
sort of
I think so.
That
took it. Yes, it surprised us all.
Yeah.
Right. If you would like to send in any questions to our guests, you can do so by using our WhatsApp number. It's on the screen now. You can ask them anything about their career, about the game, about tactics. They're here, and I'll try and ask them as many of the questions as possible. Right. Somebody's tweeted in who they thought whose stat was, and I didn't have that. That's not who I guessed, but thank you for that. Well, we will let you know at full time who that was. Okay, question comes from Safe, and it's for you, Esme. Best City game you've been to, and when do you think we might be seeing you in a City shirt again?
Well, the best City game I've ever been to, there's a lot of good ones to choose from. I think the one that everyone probably would say is the QPR game. I remember I'd broken my foot, so I was in a cast. I know, broken bones are the theme for me. So I was in a cast, and there was this random person who wasn't usually at the game, was sort of along the road from us for that match. And when that goal went in, I remember just being sandwiched between my mum and this random guy. Couldn't breathe. And I was sort of trying to protect my leg and not get bounced around too much, but that day was just incredible. I think every City fan would probably say the same thing. When I'm going to be back, I think the start of next season is when I'm hoping to be back better than ever. I'm running on the pitch for the first time this week, which is really exciting for me. But I think this season's going to come a bit too soon for me.
Love that. Back stronger and better than ever next season. We can't wait to see you back in a City shirt. Stephen, your best ever City game, or try and stay away from the obvious?
That one, but
yep.
Do you know what, the one I enjoyed? I think it's the highest quality game of football I've ever seen in person. City 2-1 Liverpool here the season. Where obviously we were behind and we turned it around. Aguero scored at near post. Sane on the counter. I think that was just the intensity in the ground that day. I mean, I think that is the highest quality game of football I've ever seen personally, because Liverpool were sensational. City were just a little bit better. And obviously what that meant for the title race led obviously to the turnaround, part of the formidable season. I would say that one's a bit of a left field shout, but yeah, that was just an incredibly good game of football, and I'll go for that one.
Actually, the most recent derby,
that was all right, wasn't it? You know what I mean?
I was like messaging people, and I said that is one of the most enjoyable games I've ever been to, because we just felt so in control and dominant, and I really enjoyed that. So I'm actually going to change my answer.
We've had a few Esme, haven't we? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
10 years. It's been all right for the Blue Album Manchester.
To choose from.
Esme, next time there's a derby and I'm not working, can I watch it with you? Because I feel like your enjoyment and energy might help me.
Honestly, it was my little brother infected me, and then I was like getting so hyped up and lively for the game. So you are welcome to join us, Nat. We'll have a blast.
That's me. I'm watching the derby with the Morgan family next time, because I never enjoy the derby. Right, big thank you to Esme and to Stephen. They will be sticking around with me until full time, where we will be back hopefully talking about City getting through to the semi-final and no more crazy own goals. Thank you for joining us on Matchday Live. Right, Alistair, Michael, take it away. Let's hope for a big second half.
Well, welcome back to